certainty in the scent of flowers, and I was instantly transported back to the moment I met him. It was 1972. I was 13 years old. My father, Godfrey Camperdown, was running for the House of Representatives. He was an unlikely candidate, a labor historian and activist, a celebrated biographer and an aspiring musical composer whose stage productions had appeared off-Broadway. So far off, as my mother delighted in reminding everyone, you could smell the lilacs from the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens. We were attending yet another fundraiser, the ballroom stacked with a hand-picked crowd that alternated between two extremes, the charmless rich and the rancorously blue-collar. I was standing next to Mirabelle Whiffet, notorious busybody dowager and scandal archivist, when he walked in the door, his arrival causing a shimmer of excitement from the packed crowd. Oh. Mirabelle made a whooshing, satiny sound at first sight of him. She tweaked me with her elbow. That boy could attract bees, she trilled. My mother, the actress Greer Foley, star of stage and screen, initially feigned indifference. The only grand entrance that interested her was her own. But then even she came around, nodding in grudging concession to his appeal. I watched him furtively and from a chaste distance, flattening my bangs over my eyes in a pathetic attempt to veil my curiosity. Sipping his drink and chatting, he surveyed the room, 19 years old, genial and easy. He stopped talking to listen to my father's voice ringing out like Sunday morning. How Camp loved any opportunity to sing. Egged on by staffers and friends, he launched into his signature number, the daring young man on the flying trapeze, the eccentric linchpin of an unchanging repertoire he'd performed in camphorated living rooms from Los Angeles to Boston to New York City, his unvarnished tenor soaring. Plainly mortified, pretending more enthusiasm for my father's performance than I felt, with parents such as mine, embarrassment and humiliation clung to me like remeras. I looked up, nervous and gawky, taking in the genteel scenery of Harry. To my amazement, he joined in with the crowd as they sang along, my gaze shifting back and forth like a swing, looping between my father and Harry, from one to the other. A tall man in a dark blue suit caught my eye as he made his way through the crowd. He attracted Harry's attention, too, which was evident in the way his expression changed, the corners of his mouth lifting. I watched the man approach my father. The two began to speak, and then all hell broke loose. I can see it and hear it and smell it, the disarray. My father red-faced and brawling, the man in the blue suit reeling backward, my mother running across the ballroom in her skyscraping heels, women screaming, men shouting, flashbulbs popping, tables overturning and glasses shattering, hitting the wooden floor one after another, exploding like machine gun fire. Boom, boom, boom. Now, seeing Harry again, I ached with loss. It blew through me like a cold wind across an empty field. He stood among a large, appreciative group, the women in black cocktail dresses and rosy white pearls, the men in soft bespoke suits and summer white shirts, sophisticated human scaffolding erected around the charismatic centerpiece of Harry Devlin. It was June, and the garden doors were open, white flowers lightly infusing the house with the lacy odor of late spring. He was laughing, and his laughter traveled from one end of the room to the other, carried along on the jaunty breeze. I struggled to breathe. "Are you all right?" the woman next to me asked. Nodding, smiling, I pretended interest in the origins of the oil painting on the wall. A beach scene. Waves crashing, tall grasses waving, seagulls tucked together on